Hey guys, it's Tristan or Pacostames101 here, bringing you another battle. This is against 10VivMan. He's an admin on the Pokemon Battling Club page on Facebook, and we both wanted to have a battle for a while. We just never got a schedule coordinated, and I saw he put a post up tonight, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll battle you. And it ended up being a pretty good match. It was a bit hacksy, but I mean, regardless, it was a pretty good match, so here it is. And looking at leads, I figure it's either going to be Victini, Dragonite, or maybe Fortress just to get up entry hazards as fast as he can. And in any of those cases, I just want to lead off with my Volcarona because it can take on Victini, and if he leads with Fortress, I'll already have him in so he won't take any rocks damage and I can just scare him off anyway. So without further ado, let's start the match. Anyway, he leads off with his Victini, and I'm just going to lead off with my Volcarona. I figure he's going to switch to Chansey, so there's no point in just going straight for Quiver Dance. I just want to go for a Bug Buzz, just to see how much it'll do. At least I believe I go for Bug Buzz. I might go for Fire Dance. I believe I do Bug Buzz, though, because, yeah. I go for Bug Buzz just to see how much it'll actually do to the Chansey. It's not like it has leftovers or anything to, have it regain any HP or anything. But anyway, I go to Swampert just because I want to get my rocks up as fast as possible. He does have that Dragonite. He does have that Victini. He makes a smart move, though. He goes straight for Toxic. And here, I know that Fortress is going to come back in just to set up rocks, but I figure, and I debate going into Volcarona, but I figure Rocks is much more important just because of those two sweepers he has. And I can just go to Volcarona the next turn while he sets up his Rocks and scare it away, and he'll either be forced to Rapid Spin, and I can pretty much kill his Fortress, or he'll just have to switch right off the bat, and I can, not set up, but I can take care of Fortress later, since it won't have his Sturdy when he switches back in. So that's what I do. I go into Volcarona, and he sets up his rocks. I figure since he does have Sturdy and he can't switch back in later, he would Rapid Spin this turn, so I just go straight for Fire Dance to try and capitalize on that. But he goes right back into Blissey. And I'm just waiting to see how much Fire Dance will do. And I get the special attack raise, which is, it's nice. It's not going to help that much, but I figure I'm just going to stay in here because I don't know what the Chansey wants to do. I don't know if it has Thunder Wave and Toxic and Seismic Toss Softball if it's set like that. But Fire Dance does a good chunk, so he just Softballs his turn expecting me to switch and get his HP back. But I do have Lumberry on Volcarona, so I figure I have two special attack raises, and he can't status me right off the bat just because of the Lumberry, so I might as well stay in, get as much damage as I can. Rocks is already up, so if I switch out, I'm coming back in with a quarter health anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. He goes for Toxic and he misses, so I'm like, alright, just Fiery Dance again, just keep on pounding this thing. And he goes for Toxic again, and it hits this time. And my Lumberry activates. Now I know here he's low enough that I feel I can take it out with a Bug Buzz, so I'm going to go straight for that just because Bug Buzz does have 10 more base power and it'll hit for 135 instead of Fiery Dance's 120. But he actually switches instead of staying into Soft Boil, and he loses his Victini because of this, which is really, really nice for me because now I don't have to worry about it. And looking at his team, if his Dragonite is a choice set, then that Victini was probably his Scarfer. So that's really nice for me because I still have mine and he doesn't have his anymore. Anyway, Dragonite comes in. I'm just going to stay in just because I want to see if he'll go straight for Outrage if he's Choice Banded or anything. And Fire Dance does a decent chunk. And he goes for Dragon Dance. So I'm like, oh joy. But at least if he kills me now, I do have Scissors Bullet Punch and I can just revenge kill it. But he does have Roost. And I get scared to the point that I know that no matter how long I know I have to stay in here because I can't let him get multi-scale and have Dragon Dance up at the same time. That's, like, Scissor's not going to be able to handle both. So I need to stay in here. I know Volcarona will die because of it, but that's fine. Anyway, he roosts again. Now he does have his multi-scale, but since I am slower, I will be able to break it. So that's the most important thing to me right now. I do have Salamence, and I think about going to him next turn, but if he kills right off the bat, it puts me in a really, really bad situation. But he does Dragon Dance this turn, so if I would have switched to Salamence, I would have been... Well, I wouldn't be okay, but I'd be in a decent position. My Salamence is the Wishman set. I think I got that wrong in the last video too, but I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if Salamence can take a Dragon Claw, especially from a +1 Dragonite, but, I mean, I just don't want to, my gut is telling me that whenever to switch that I should have done it, but I just don't want to take that risk, and just because I do have Scissors, Choice Band, Bullet Punch, I don't feel like I really necessarily have to take that risk. So, anyway, I get a special attack raise here, so he's just saying enough is enough. If I crit him, I would be able to kill him at that range, so he's just going to go straight for Dragon Claw, and that's easily going to be able to take me out. I bring in Scissor now because I figure I would be able to kill him. So, but I underestimate here. I keep thinking that Dragonite is close to the defense capability of Salamence, and he barely lives, and he just fire punches me back, and I'm like, oh crap. So I need to figure out if there's... So here I'm thinking the only shot I really have is I have to go into Salamence. I need to get an Intimidate on him because either Reuniclus or Swampert needs to be able to take a hit from this guy. And this Salamence is the Wishman set. So I figure here he's going to go for a Dragon Claw. I go for Protect just because I want some lefties, just in case it'll help me live and I can just kill the Dragonite with Dragon Tail. And here I'm really, really hoping that he'll just go for Roost, just predicting me to, like, Protect or something. But he goes for Dragon Claw, which is a safe play anyway. And I'm just like, Salamence, live, you're a boss. And Dragonite is much more of a boss, so my Cardboard Wings is no match for that awesome dragon over there. Anyway, I go to Reuniclus. I'm just going to set up Trick Room this turn, just because I figure he's going to hit me. He's not going to take the turn to Roost because he wants to hit me for whatever. And I just set up Trick Room, and this is where, like, the match kind of goes my way, just because that Chansey has such low health. Maybe I can kill it off with a Focus Blast. I am max special attack, and I have Life Orb, so I don't know. But he brings in Fortress instead, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I just go straight for the Focus Blast. I miss, so that sucks. And he Rapid Spins, which sucks also because the residual damage on Chansey would have been really, really nice. And on the rest of these guys. But I mean, Dragonite is gone, and so is Victini, so the main threats, the main reason why I need a Stealth Rock up are taken care of anyway, so. Anyway, I go for Focus Blast. He just hits me for a Gyro Ball. And here I start debating just because of that miss. I don't know. No, I Focus Blast and I miss. And now I'm thinking I need to have Trick Room up after I kill this Fortress so I can sweep the rest of his team. So, and Trick Room ends this turn, so I'm like, alright, I'll take this turn, I'll set up Trick Room. If Focus Blast hits next, he only has 3 guys left. So that would give me, and all of them I'm pretty sure I can one-shot. So I feel like this is my chance to sweep. I do still have Scarf Rotom, but Scarf Rotom can't take on Blissey, and neither can, well, Swampert can't really either. Well, Chansey, my bad. And Swampert can't really take on Chansey just because he's not EV'd that way. He's more of a special Swampert. But anyway, in comes Chansey. I'm like, I wish I had that Stealth Rock damage. But I go for Focus Blast. And here comes the moment of truth. And it's going, and it's gone. I actually get a critical hit. He did a damage calc, and I had a 58% chance of killing him. So, that's cool. But I mean, at the same time, he told me afterwards he went for Seismic Toss, so I don't really know how it would have played out, because if Reuniclus would have died, I would have sent out Swampert, Earthquake, the Chansey, and taken it out. And then I still have Scald and Ice Beam for the Nidoking and the Terrakion. So I don't really know how it would have turned out in the end, but I just end up Psychicking the Nidoking and Psychicking the Terrakion, and that gives me the game. So that was a great game, 10VivMan, and I'm sorry that it was kind of hacksy and all, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to rate, comment, sub, and I will see you guys later. Peace.